Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Stylish Naija YouTube channel. I want to say thank you to all of my subscribers. Thank you guys for subscribing to the channel. Thank you for your love and for your support. If you are new to the channel, you are highly and very welcome. If you have not subscribed, please, I would appreciate if you hit on the subscribe button and then hit on the bell to get an update whenever I upload a new video. Okay, so in today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to cut this trendy sleeve. So you can see the picture on the thumbnail. It is like a cold shoulder balloon sleeve. So that's what we're going to learn how to do today. So I already have my fabric here on the table. So I have the fabric I'm using is less than 1 yard, but it is more than half yard of fabric. So I'll go ahead. I'll show you. We're just going to draft directly on our fabric. So I'll show you how we're going to do that right now. So most times once I'm drafting my balloon sleeve, what I normally put into consideration is the length. So for this, I have about 19 inches of length. We're still going to add a band of about 3 inches to it, to the down part. So I have about 19 inches. So the next thing, the width that I'm using is about 21 inches. So I'll come to this top part. I'll mark my armhole. So my armhole, I'm using 9 inches. So because it's going to have some pleats on the side, so you are going to determine how much pleats you are going to put. So for this, I'll add about 5 inches extra for my pleats. So here's what I'm going to do. After adding that, I'm just going to come down a little bit with about 2 inches, which is okay. And then I'll just create a curve like this. So I'll create a curve to that point. So after creating my curve to that point, so from this point, I'm just going to open up like this to create something like a flare on the down, just like an opening. So this is how most times I normally cut my balloon sleeve or bishop sleeve, and it works perfectly. So I'll put my notch on that part. I'll just notch it so I will know. Excuse me. So the next thing I'm going to do now, I'm going to determine the opening that I'm going to put on this sleeve. So the opening that I'm going to put, I'm going to come from this shoulder part like this, and then I'm going to mark about 7 inches on this part like this. So I'll mark about 7 inches. So I'm going to open from this point to this point, and then I'll show you how I'm going to turn it with my lining. Okay, so I cut out my lining. So I'm just using all this fabric for the sake of the tutorial. It's not like I'm using the sleeve for an actual dress. So I cut out my lining so you can see this part, the sleeve that I added. So I came down a little bit more. I came down by about 1 inch more. So I'll take this back to my machine. So for the slit, you can do it however. You can just use your own measurement. So I'll take this back to my machine. I'm going to stitch like this, and then I'll turn it out, and then I'll iron it up, and then I'll bring it back and show you. We'll cut out the band. It's a simple process. Okay, so you can see, so I finished stitching, so you can see it is looking beautiful. So I've cut out a band. So you use your wrist and measurement to cut out your band. It's actually not the wrist, the elbow, because you are going to pull it up. So you use your elbow. So for this is about 11 inches. So you can see I cut out a band of about 12 inches. So I put a notch here on the center of my band. So literally what I'm going to do, the whole of this part, I'm going to pleat it like this. You understand? So I'll plait this part now to fit into this half part of the sleeve. And then this other one also, I'm going to pleat to fit into this sleeve. So after pleating it to fit into this, I'll turn it and then I'll iron it down, and then I'll bring it back and show you. Before I bring it back to show you, I'll join it on the side up to where I want my armhole to be. So for the armhole, we're actually using about 9 inches. So this is 9 inches. So from this 9 inches, I'm going to mark 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 5 inches. So I'm going to stitch from this point to this point. That's from this point now. I hope you can see. I'll stitch it down, and then I'll have this extra left. So I'll show you how to pin this on your mannequin, as I'll pin it on the mannequin. So I'll bring it back and show you. Okay, so I finished stitching. So I'm going to do some little explanation. So this is the top part. So the next thing you are going to do now, you are going to pleat this everything we have here to fit into about 9 inches. So this is 9 inches. So this extra that we have now, you are going to pleat this all up. So depends on how you want the pleat to be on your sleeve. But if you notice this one, the sleeve, the pleat is not on this top part, it's just on the side. So you pleat this side just a little bit, and then you fix it. So you just plait it, let it get to about 9 inches. That's everything plus the plate will be about 9 inches. And then you connect that part. If you don't want it to have pleats, this is how it's going to be. You're just going to fix it like this on your sleeve. And then when you put it on, you know, of course, it is a balloon sleeve. When you put it on, you pull this up. That's on your wrist. You pull it up. So it gives you that bag effect. So I'll place this on my mannequin. Everything that I just explained, I'll place it on the mannequin now, and you'll see how it looks on it. Okay, so at the end of the day, you can see how our sleeve looks like. So there's something I noticed with the sleeve. The slit can be longer. So mine is not as long as the one that is on the picture. So you know I used about 7.5 inches. So I think you can use about 9 inches or even as much as 10 inches. So that's just it. So thank you so much. If you find this video helpful, please hit on the like button. And if you have not subscribed already, please subscribe. I will appreciate that. Thank you so much. I'll see you in my next video.